Very warm welcome to you. Good afternoon. Welcome to our Tally CA Connect. Today's topic of discussion is on our release TallyPrime powered by AWS. Our speaker for today is our in-house expert, Dinesh Prasad Gummadi. Dinesh is associated with Tally for over 11 years now as a technical product manager. So throughout his tenure, he has worked on various products, that is Tally ERP9 GST transition, TallyPrime, and now our latest TallyPrime on AWS. And Dinesh brings expertise in finance, retail products, and contributes widely in technology products. We are very happy with Dinesh in our organization. And thanks a lot, Dinesh, for taking out today for us. Without further delay, we will begin our session today. Welcome, Dinesh. You want to switch on your camera?
Welcome, everyone. So you have been part of this journey. Tally has been started quite a while back. So many of you has been using multiple releases, which are mostly onto the premise, and we have been able to deliver products which you have loved and the features which you have mostly used. Now, with the new gen, we are looking forward to deliver a solution, or we have made a solution which will help you to collaborate even better, and where you will be able to access Tally from the cloud, AWS cloud. Right? So there is a very quick introduction of how Tally has been there from here, starting from the 4.5 to TallyPrime 2021 release. So TallyPrime has multiple features which have been mostly adopted, and most users have been really like it, and they have been using it for quite a while. Reports save, go to connected services, we are there. So in the connected part, we are trying to further deliver more services, and one of the product has been the TallyPrime powered by AWS. In the connected services features, another product which we have come up with is TallyPrime powered by AWS. It is basically a collaboration between Tally and AWS to bring you the TallyPrime access over a AWS cloud. With this, you will be able to collaborate much better, and you will be able to access TallyPrime from anywhere. And TallyPrime powered by AWS can be accessed both on Windows and even on the Mac machines. Even you can access it over the browsers also. Okay, those are the primary features which are under the TallyPrime powered by AWS. So typically today, how customers does a collaboration or consolidation of data is by using a synchronization aspect. And while this sync has its own benefits and cons, the public cloud is a new emergence which is there in the market, and people have been using these remote services quite some time. So they try to host TallyPrime application onto an Windows machine and access it using a remote desktop. So this allows them to have a centralized data, and they will be always connected, and it comes up with a certain infra cost which user need to pay. At the same time, it has the much benefit of centralized data and the real-time data which customers can access anytime. So why Tally has come up with an TallyPrime powered by AWS? One major problem or one major risk our customers entice or look forward is what will happen to their data if they put their data and application into a cloud machine. Risk of data being lost and risk of data being accessed by someone else is one of the major privacy concerns or the privacy fears user has. To overcome this, what we have designed or what we have come up with a TallyPrime powered by AWS is it delivers you a secure way to access the machines or access TallyPrime application. At the same time, as a user, you can define who can access the data, and you have a view of who all can see the data. And then at the same time, you can look at, you will have your license, your data, your application is totally under your control. Right? it is still to the end user who can define this, or the end customer who can define this. I will show this as a part of the product demo also, but this has been one of the design guiding principle which we have taken this up. And at the same time, when the customers who have been using the present market solutions, it comes up with its own maintenance cost, infra cost, and the deployment cost, or someone need it's charges which they move from premise solution to the cloud solution, right? So one of the other major factor has been the cost, which we wanted to give an best solution with our customer segment in mind. So the present issues which are there in the public cloud, or the way customers has been using it, is either the varying prices. One customer pays a certain amount, and another customer is charged with different prices. They need to deal with multiple implementation providers. They need to speak to a partner A, partner B, or they need to take up with one cloud provider or two cloud providers. The lack of transparency to access the data, and who will be able to see my information, privacy to access the data, right? And unscheduled downtimes affecting the customer's operations, lack of control to manage user access, and limited or lack of support. So with TallyPrime powered by the AWS, we have
Dinesh, sorry again. I think audio is still not clear. Just for a little while, some kind of disturbance was in the background. It was fine until now. Just 5 seconds back, it went back.
okay. Okay. Maybe I'll try to speak slightly slower.
Yeah, and I think the voice is also better now. Yes.
It might be the fluctuation that is happening. So let me try to make it slower and louder. Maybe that will help.
Yes, Dinesh.
So with TallyPrime powered by AWS, we try to solve all these present cloud issues, or the present problems which are there in the market. What are we delivering, or what are the offerings of our TallyPrime powered by AWS is an option to manage the distributed operations easily. Either you are in a same city, same location, or your business is in multiple locations, you can go with the solution. At the same time, they can access the same license, the same data, and you can be centralized at the same time. All your data will be at one place, and you can run your operations seamlessly. With TallyPrime powered by AWS, we are bringing you the reliable, flexible, economical, and processor agnostic solution, where which you can access it, as I said, both on Windows, Mac, or Linux. You can use it on browser also, yeah, from anywhere. So today, being CA, being the community, what are the major benefits, or what are the problems we are trying to solve with this product? Right. So I'll take some use cases today. How a CA will go to a customer location, or CA will access the customer's data to fulfill the compliance needs. What are the
So by the time
So,
Dinesh joins in, by the time Dinesh comes back, let me just give a little brief where we were coming from on TallyPrime powered by AWS. So when the actually the pandemic started, the need for work from anytime, anywhere started cropping up, and from there, the Tally virtual usage and the Tally virtual user, all these things started. The need for what Dinesh was trying to say is, the connected services started in Tally way back in the year 2001 when we, introduced data synchronization. And then with the emergence of Tally RP9 Series A, we provided the remote access, which most of you must be using. Then in the year 2019, we introduced Tally reports in browser. We shortly call it as TRIB. And with the when the pandemic started in 2020, so we created a facility wherein using TView, that is a Tally virtual user, users Tally, basically people who are on Tally, they can work from anytime, anywhere. They don't have to be dependent basically on to Tally, but that solution which Dinesh was trying to say is dependent on many external factors like the external clouds and the external cloud service provider. Okay, and sometimes it is not very economical, and it requires a lot of support, and so many other things are which is there. So that was, he was trying to compare it with the other solutions which are there in the market. But with TallyPrime powered by AWS, we have tried to resolve or to bridge all these problems, and with this particular solution, we have enabled the Tally users to work on any operating system, because as you know, Tally can be installed and worked upon only on Windows. But with this particular solution, we have also given the option that it can be TallyPrime can be worked on a browser. We will showcase you that. Okay, and as we have mentioned, it is reliable because there are two very important technology companies. One is obviously Tally, and second is Amazon. So two very important organizations have jointly provided this solution, and anything and everything that you use for Tally, for example, printer, Excel, or PDF, etc. So that is available at one place. It is very flexible, as we have already mentioned. You can access it from Windows, you can access it from a MacBook, you can access it from any other browser. Okay, so saying that, it makes it very, very flexible. Obviously, it is processor agnostic. Processor agnostic means it works on a 32-bit machine, and it also works on a 64-bit machine. So that is why we call it a processor agnostic. And this also provides a very good flexibility to the entire system. And obviously, our customers, Tally customers, they come from MSME, so for them, so that they can use it and it should not be a burden to them, we have kept it very, very economical. Okay, and this entire solution is made for the Tally customer. So this offering is directly from the Tally solutions now. But yes, this entire solution is powered by AWS. So as a user, as a Tally customer, what we can expect from this solution? Okay, so it gives us a machine, basically a virtual network wherein I can run my license, I can deploy my data, and I can access it from anytime, anywhere. And it's very, very simple from on-premise to online. It's a very easy moment. I'll show you that. There's a two-layer security that we have provided here. One is through the TallyNet authentication, which checks the TallyNet user and password. And second is the secured PIN, okay, which is provided to us by the AWS. So this entire solution comes with a two-layer security. Okay, and the high availability of the AWS infrastructure, and there is almost 0% downtime. I mean, at any point in time, since it is running on cloud, okay, we can say that it is 99.99%. It is available to you, and there is almost, or I haven't come across that the system is down because there is some upgrade or something is going on. Okay, so it is available to you every time and anytime. Okay, and obviously, as I mentioned, the infrastructure is provided to us through the Amazon. And as I was talking about the flexibility, it has flexible backup space, which can be increased as per the customer's requirement, as per your requirement. And you can manage the users. Okay, so this is a very important flexibility, because many times what happens that user are keep on getting into the system, and they also leave the organization. So let's say there is an office which is running on the cloud system. So every time a new user is added, there will be a new request which is placed to the cloud service provider that this new person has joined in, and this new person has moved. So every time there is a dependency for adding or removal of the user. So now this has been removed completely here. This facility we have given to the users itself, to the customers itself. They can manage the user from a web portal, and it can be easily accessed through a mobile application as well, from a mobile system as well, a mobile device as well. Okay. So some questions that can come to you, before you go on to these kind of solutions. So is there any, who will provide me the technical support, and what will be, the onboarding process, and is it secured enough? Okay. Will there be any backup? Will there be any, downtime? Will there be enough space, or the the memory, etc., provided to all my users? All right, so all these questions will be answered with this solution. So before you go on to any virtualization of any system virtualization, you may always ask these kind of questions, that will there be a secured system, enough support was provided, etc. So now with this, we will just have a look at the solution. Is Dinesh available? Dinesh, are you there?
Sanjay, I think you can continue for now.
Achha, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So perfect. So I hope you can see my desktop. Yes, is my desktop visible?
Yes.
Perfect. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to browse the system through Google Chrome. Okay. So I open Google Chrome. As I was saying, that it has got two-layered security. So one is the tally.net, so I'll mention my tally.net ID. And the password. And of course, the second security is the secured PIN. So I click on login. If you can see the screen, okay, we call it self-service portal, or a web portal, wherein you can manage your backup, you can manage the system. So everything is available on this particular screen. I'll just click on login. Every time when you do have to access your Tally, you'll have to open this browser, and since I'm opening it through a browser, so it is starting my virtual office, because when I open it for the first time in the entire day, okay, if I'm opening it for the first time since I have logged in onto this system for the first time, it is saying that it will take approximately 5 minutes. Okay, so it will not take that much time though. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes. But if you can see the status from stopped, earlier it was saying stopped. Now it is showing starting the virtual office. Okay, so what I have done is I have logged into a portal. Okay, I provided my user ID and password, and I clicked on open virtual computer. Okay, and it is opening a tab wherein we will see what happens next. But by the time that happens, I'll just have a look at some of the chats if any important thing is there. Okay, so there's no important question in chat anyway. So okay, by the time it is starting this system, I will try to say a few more things about this. While I'm talking to you, this solution we have introduced in the year 2021, as I said, on 21st of December. And as on date, that is today, in the last four and a half months, we have deployed almost 1250 machines. 1250 customers are using it, and approximately 4500 users are already deployed on this particular solution. And every day, on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, we are adding about 500 to 600 users onto this solution. Okay, so going forward, maybe you'll find a client of yours who is working on Tally through this particular solution, and maybe you'll be allowed to access their machine. Now, if you see, as I was mentioning, that whenever you start this machine first time during the day, okay, in 24 hours, if you start this machine for the first time, it says it is stopped, and you'll have to go on to open virtual computer, and then it will start. And now once it is done, it is showing running. And after clicking on the open virtual computer, a new tab came in, and there, if you can see, there is a desktop like tab is coming wherein TallyPrime is already there. I hope you're able to see my screen. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just do this particular part once again for the better understanding. I'm just logging out because I was not, going to take this particular session. Otherwise, I would have switched on this machine and I would have kept it on. So I'm just logging again. Now, if you see, it is already showing as running. I click on open virtual computer, and it is just on a click of button, it is available to me. So I hope now you would be able to understand. So to access now Tally, I'll have to just double click on this. Okay, so if your license is not activated already onto this, Tally will prompt you that put your license and then put your data and so on. So what I'm doing is I'm just opening one data, and I'm categorically opening this so that you can understand the usage of Tally on local machine or on TallyPrime powered by AWS is absolutely same. Okay, so I'm just doing some data entry. I'll use some voucher. It's payment voucher. I'll say cash. So I'm making a payment for courier charges. You can probably hear the enter keys that I'm pressing from my system, just for you to understand that absolutely there is no difference while working on Tally in a local environment versus working on Tally in a cloud environment, which is provided by AWS. So this is how we access our Tally on cloud. And so if you see, there is a top bar. Do I have any questions till this moment? At this point in time,
Sanjay, there are a couple of questions in the chat. If you can see, Mr. Anirban, he has written, can we access Tally via AWS
throughout 24/7?
24/7?
So TallyPrime powered by AWS comes up with the certain packages. Okay, so it is currently available in a 12-hour package, and 12-hour package means you can access it from any time during the 24 hour. During the 24 hours, for any 12 hours you can access it. So say for example you have started working at say 7 a.m. from 7 to 10 3 hours, from 1 to 4 3 hours. So like that, it should not exceed more than 12 hours. Absolutely, you can work beyond 12 hours as well, but there will be an additional charges as of now. I hope that answers your question.
Neha Mittal has a query. Is this the concept of TVU?
Is this the concept of TVU? TVU is actually Tally Virtual User. Okay, it allows you to access your Tally license. Of course, TVU is also applicable into this. See, what happens is the TVU, for example, I am a customer with, let's say, I have a multi-user license, but I have 12 users. Okay, so as you know that multi-user can be accessed on any number of machines. So if I have 12 users and now all 12 of them are accessing it from a remote desktop. So for a multi-user, only 10 free TVUs are available. So additional 2 TVUs will be required for the those additional 2 users.
Sanjay, the other question by Mr. Gupta, what happens when I log in second time intraday?
What happens if I log in second time intraday? I didn't get the question. I think the question that you're trying to ask is that whether I am allowed to log in or not. Absolutely, you're allowed to log in. You can, as I mentioned, you can access it throughout the 24 hours, but for 12 hours, there will be a different, for up to 12 hours, there is a different plan, but beyond 12 hours, you would be, there will be an additional charge. And the plan details and all, you can check it on the link provided on the chat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think one more question is, what is in your screen? We can see 2 TallyPrime icon. What is the second one? This one.
So there is one more product which is TallyPrime server. So my machine which I am using is a TallyPrime server machine, and TallyPrime server is basically another product wherein when the usage of a customer, let's say you're a Tally user and you have 20 people working into the system at the same time. Okay, so now to give the seamless experience, we have provided a TallyPrime server system, and that same thing we have kept here as well on the TallyPrime powered by AWS. So that is why you're able to see 2 icons on my desktop. Yes.
Yeah. Sanjay, I think we can ask people that they can the questions in Q&A. So a note to audience, please ask your questions in Q&A because it gets difficult to track in the chat box.
That's right.
So yeah, Dinesh, even so answers we can answer in the Q&A. I think that would be much easier for all of us for record also. So Sanjay, I think you can continue for now. We'll see any further questions comes into
Sure. Okay, there's one more question which I'll just take up immediately. Do I need both subscriptions, which is AWS and TVU both for single user Tally software? So if it is a single user Tally software, obviously you do not need a TVU for that, because for a single user, automatically TVU comes in with one usage, one user of the TVU. And AWS, yes, it would be required, because AWS is additional service that you would be taking to run your Tally from anytime, anywhere, on any device. I hope that will answer Vijayji's query. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'll just Dinesh, are you there to take up the session ahead?
Yeah, yes, okay. Hope I am audible loud and clear now.
Yes, Dinesh, very much.
Sorry all. I think.
I'm sorry, Dinesh. I just barged in and took up your kind
No,
of your session.
Thank you, Sanjay. I think it was really helpful. You have taken up. Let me continue. I think I'll also show the same login experience and everything. Let me share my screen. So hopefully you have covered till.
I have just covered only the browser part.
Browser part. Okay.
Yeah. So the rest you can probably I was. You can take up the virtual computer connection. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So we'll go. There are two ways from where you can access these machines. So let us start with the client. There is a Windows client which is available, which I have pre-installed and kept it. I'll share the videos with you where the installation process, how you can set it up. I'll also take you through, but let us see the login experience. I am keying in the tally.net ID, password, and a specific secure PIN, which I have it for my account. Once the authentication happens, user will be able to see the machines which are associated to him. Let us take a use case of as a CA itself, when I have access to two customer machines, right? One of the customers being Bharat Cloud, and another customer being New Seshi account, who has shared me the access. And in these two, we have one is a personal account, what is a plan, and another is an TPS plan, which is a TallyPrime server plan. One is a TallyPrime application, and another is a TallyPrime server. Let me show how I will be able to access TallyPrime application. I log in and then I click on connect. The application will come up. So basically on the desktop, you will see one is a TallyPrime application and another is a drive, which you have access to, or where you can store all your data, right? So let me open the application and then show it. So one of the questions which has come up, like, can I print directly to the local printers? Yes, it is possible. From the client, you will be able to see all the local printers and print to them directly. So I'm just loading some sample company. Sorry, I don't have any data in this. So from here, I'll be able to connect to my local printers. So this is one of my local printer, which is there as a TSC T24, 244. And there are some local printers which are there. Even I can select Microsoft print to PDF, or I can print to OneNote, or I can print it to PDFs also. Okay. So let us see if I do a print, how the experience would be, right? Now I'm printing in a PDF. As soon as I print, I'll be able to see the notification and I'll be able to download it because I have selected PDF here. In the same way, let us say I'll go to a voucher type and then I will select a local printer. Okay, and then print it. Directly it will go to the printer which is available. Okay, this printer I have used it as an some Windows customized printer, so it has given me the pop-up. Okay. So it will auto detect. There is no separate configuration which you need to set it for printer. It auto detects and then gives you the output. Okay. So let us take an use case of I am a customer and I want to share a access to one of my CA so that he can work on my data and do the compliance, right? Let me show how, as a customer, let's say I am a customer of Dinesh. I want to share a machine to Sanjay. How will I be able to do it? It's very simple. As a customer, I can log into the portal and I'll be able to manage my own users. It takes whatever the demo I show it, it takes the same similar amount of time for a customer also to share a machine with any user. I'll go here and then I'm trying to create a users now. Right now I see there are my machine has been accessed with some users. Okay, so this is a portal where we have different operations which a user can do, right? Let me show you the manage users first. So Sanjay has covered up the open virtual computer where you can access the machine onto the browser itself. Now let me show the manage users where you can add users, edit, or else delete also at the same time. Let me try. Sanjay, can you give me your email ID, please?
sanjay.es@tallysolutions.com.
Yes, correct. Sanjay.es, correct?
P for Pune.
Okay, yes, yeah. And I am adding him as an administrator.
Okay.
What I would request, Sanjay, you will receive an email within a minute. I would request you to log in and then show that machine also, or even onboarding email which is there. Can you please take the access? Right now I have created the user. Let us see. Sanjay is my CA. Sanjay has received an email and how he will be able to log in and access my data, right?
So do you want me to show that email as well?
Yeah. Yes, Sanjay, please.
Okay.
Please take the share.
Just a moment. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
So
open the email up. I think you have shared only the Outlook. The email screen is not visible.
okay.
The email is there, but
Just a moment. I'll
share the full screen.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Is it visible now?
Yeah. So as a CA, Sanjay has received the access information over on his email. And what does they contain of is what is the plan and what are the credentials for the user, right? So Sanjay, can you try to log into the browser and then see whether you are able to get the access?
Yeah, so access using a browser, the link is already available here, ssp.elcom.digital. I'll just click this. Okay. So earlier you would have seen I was shown only one line as this particular machine. Now, because I've been added as another, you can say, user,
Yeah.
yeah, for this particular machine as well. So I can click on open virtual computer.
Yeah.
And the way I had showcased earlier, that you can access your data through the virtual computer, the same way it will be available here. Yeah, over to you, Dinesh.
Yeah, let's try to do a very simple transaction, maybe a voucher you can pass and then show it. Or else I'll pass a voucher, you can edit it. Just for
Sure. Should I use the use from network?
no, let me 1 minute.
Or should I activate my license?
No, not required. You use a company I have just created. You can load the company directly, Sanjay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
sample data.
Yes.
Okay, so should I create some voucher?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just passing one simple voucher.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay. I'll take the screen share.
So
let me show it in my machine, how I am able to see the information. So hope the screen is visible.
yes,
I see the transaction which has been passed by the Sanjay, and I can do the corrections. I just change some narration and I am giving it like, okay. So this how the two users who are located, I am sitting in Bangalore, Sanjay is sitting in Pune now, and we are able to access the same data using the solution. And as we have stated, within this 5 minutes of time frame, he got the access and he started to work on my customer environment and with my license and with my data. So as a customer, it is such easy for me to share my data with a CA or to with any other user. And at the same time, I'll be able to see the real-time changes. So with this offering, the main benefit which we want to give it to the CS is the saving time. Time being the major currency today. And we want to give better efficiency in how do you operate today. Because there are certain scenarios when we speak with CS, we understand data is being transferred over Google Drives, data is being transferred over emails, Gmails. You will have a different copies of data. You will keep different versions of TallyPrime applications and try to understand what is their TallyPrime configurations, because each customer might be keeping their own application configuration, how voucher will display, right? So what are the company features? All these can be, all these things can be put aside. You can directly work onto the customer data within a 5 minutes of time. So the collaboration will be way much better. The compliance, you will be, even at the time of dead end timelines or even with the rush times, you will be able to work on this even without visiting a customer location. And this will give you an major advantage. Now you can start having your conversations outside your locations, the customers who are outside your region. also is possible with this. So this will really help you in saving the time, and it will give you better, say, so these are the benefits which we are trying to offer with the TallyPrime powered by AWS. The first one being you will be able to save time. More time means more efficient working, and you can access seamlessly from anywhere. You can work directly in a customer environment without even thinking about what are the configurations, whether should I carry my license to the customer environment, because I am a CFM, I have one gold license at my office. When I visit the customer location, I need to reconfigure my license. I need to work in educational mode, or I need to change my data path configurations. All these are set aside. You can directly work in a customer environment. And this will result in a better collaboration with the customer, and even with the any written filing information, written filing files, you will be able to share through this machine directly. Let me show how, let's say, I am trying to export, and although this is dummy data, please excuse me for it. So, okay, this is, it does not have, there is no company setup, sorry. But let's say you are exporting this particular return and you want to share this information. You can, as I said, you have a drive which is available under the disk. There is a shared data which is visible, right? So this is the shared data which is available for you, where you can keep all your data. So let's say I want to export to this shared data files. I can directly do it by configure. Let's say I'll select a location with shared data, and I'll put it in the files. And you do a regular export. It is available for everyone who can access the written file, right? So this much easier it will become. You don't require to keep a different copies of data. Even if you require to download, it is very easy for you to download from here. You just click on this left hand side top corner, go to the shared data, and then you can just click on the file. It will be downloaded within a second. So this is a collaboration product which will help you to drive more business for you, which will help you to have more efficient working time for you. Okay. So as we have seen, this is available in both TallyPrime and TallyPrime server applications. Let me show you. This is a TallyPrime server environment which I have shown. Let me show the TallyPrime application. This is a simple TallyPrime application which I have. Once I log in, I'll be able to see only TallyPrime and the drive, which is most of our users would be using in day in and day out. Yeah. And other than this, I'll just go back to the portal once. I'll just try to show what more are possible here, right? And one of the concern would be like, what will happen to my data? Will my data be secure? Will the backups happen regularly or not? In this solution, we have provided a capability where the backup happens automatically on every day when the VM starts. Every day when the system starts, there is a backup which is taken, right? If you can see on 11th, the machine has got started at 1 p.m. There is a backup. And on 10th, it has started at 12:47. There is a backup. 6th, these are all, as a user, I am not worried about should I take a backup or not. Okay, this system always keeps the backup for every day, right? Even as a user, if you want to take a backup manually, it is very easy. You can click on backup now and then click backup. The backup will happen within minutes. can come back, then see. I just took a backup and the 27 MB. Right now, I've just stored the 27 MB. The backup has happened within a minute. So this is such fast and such simple environment which customer can operate. Let's say for any cause, I don't want to give access to any of these users, or I have seen like, okay, these people are using it. Now I want to stop the access. As simple as that, I go and do a delete. Once I delete, Sanjay will not have the access to the machine. And even the delete happens within a minute. As soon as it got deleted, now Sanjay will lose the access onto the machine. Right. So any questions still here, or should we proceed?
Dinesh, I think the question which Sanjay has already answered in Q&A. I think somebody wanted to see where the downloaded invoice gets saved. So if you can just show by downloading something.
Okay. Let me show and let me pass an invoice. I'll just take some item. So let me export this. Current, I'm exporting to my files. Now I'll go and do a download. The accounting voucher which is available. And as we see, we have gotten notification which says the file has got downloaded. You can click on show in folder. It will directly open the folder where it has saved. By default, the files are getting saved onto the desktop.
Dinesh, there is one question.
Yeah. Yes.
Every time, do the user or the customer will have to download the data once the changes are done by the auditor? So I have answered that too as no, because that's the beauty of the solution. Can you just elaborate a little more?
Yeah. See, normally what happens, let's say I am a customer. I want to share this data to a CA. There are two ways. Either I will allow CA to access onto the live data directly, but that will have certain operational issues. Certain users would be passing some vouchers, and at the same time, CA is doing an audit. So that would be slightly not well of a scenario. What I can do, I can just let's say I'll create another folder here. Okay. So for audit. So this is what regularly users do. They can take a copy and put it inside the for audit. Now, as a auditor or as a CA, I can come here. I'm shutting this machine. Now I can go to this folder as a CA and I can load this company. I can start working on this. So once the audit is done, as a CA, I can inform the user or the customer stating that the audit process is done. Now you take this copy. Once that confirmation comes up, as a customer, what I will do is I'll just take a copy here and then use it onto my daily transactions. So there is no need to download or transferring them or moving the data from one location to some other systems or some other locations. It's just as simple as you create a folder and then give it to an auditor. Auto backup, I think there is a query on auto backup. Yes. See, we have an auto backup. Let me show you the auto backup, how it happens. I'm just showing you I've logged into the portal, which is ssp.elcom.digital, and we have in manage backup is one of the option. Here, whenever there is a machine start every day, right? Whenever there is a machine start, the backup will happen automatically. Okay. And if user wants to take a backup at any point of time, he can manually come and take a backup from here. This is a backup process which is available today in this solution. Yeah, there is a query on, I think it is the same 10,000, whether same. See, it depends on how customer and CA want to work onto the data. Either they can work on the same copy, or they can share the separate backup also with the CA. Any other queries there, Sanjay? If we will be able to take it up.
Sure. Where will the data be stored, in India or overseas?
Okay. We have the data stored in India, and specifically the location is AWS region is Mumbai and Hyderabad locations.
Okay.
Data is not, and I would like to add one more point here. Neither Tally, neither Elcom, neither AWS will be able to see your data, because it is all encrypted and put such a way that it is only be accessible by the customer.
So can you explain once again the backup procedure?
Okay. So let us do one thing. I'll do an, let me show this. So as a user, as a customer, when I log into this machine every day morning, what I'll do, I'll come and do an connect or open in virtual computer. Whenever the machine starts or this particular activity happens, right, there is a backup which is taken. That means, let's say every day morning I log into this machine at 9 a.m. That means there is a backup which is taken at 9 a.m. And how can user access it? He can log into the portal, and then he can come to this manage backup and then access those backups. Okay, like here, as I show, there is an automatic backup which has happened on 24th April. After 28th April, I did not start the machine in between. Again on 11th, I have started the machine today, and today there is another backup which is available. In another few minutes, we'll be able to see there will be a backup at 4:20 also, which is taken automatically. Let us wait for it. So one is an automatic backup which happens on everyday machine start. The other is, as a user, I can go and take a backup manually also. I show that process also. So the backup we have designed in such a way that customer must not be or need not be worried about it. So only thing would be, even the why customer takes a backup repeatedly is the fear of data loss. in local premise or even in some other public clouds, they have a fear of like my data will be deleted or some virus attack might happen, it will be corrupted, right? Here, the chances of those happenings are negligible. Okay, even as a precautionary method, what we have done is we are taking this backup automatically as a part of the machine start, and user will be able to see them in manage backup thing. See here, I have as I have started the machine, there is a backup which has happened at 4:21 p.m. right now. Right. Now I can go and download that. Let's say I'll go and download this. I'm able to see the data. Let's say there is a user one which has stored something. I can click on this and the download will happen instantly. Download will happen instantly. See this. So whatever the folders which are there onto that machine, all the folders are available here. Same way, shared data is also available here. And then the my files or the my files folders or the exported files which are there, those are also here. So whatever the file you keep onto this machine, that will be backed up. If you remember, we have downloaded the accounting voucher and we have seen it. That is also backed up. Yeah. Any other queries? Is there any limit?
Dinesh, if you have finished with the content, I think we can ask the audience to raise the hands also, because initially I had lowered quite a bit number of hands. So in the audience, if you have questions, you can ask directly. You please raise your hand. We will let you speak.
So there is one question, which is there any limit on users for one license?
See, users, there is no limit. Okay. I show the plans which are possible, which are available today. Okay. It depends on what kind of a machine you are taking. Let me zoom in further. See, there are different packs which are available or different machines, right? Today we buy certain computers. Similar way, there are different packages which are available. So for one user, you can take a 4 GB RAM machine. For 4 users, you can take a 8 GB RAM machine. For 8 users, you can take 16 GB RAM machine. Let us say I am a CA and I deal with like different varieties of data. One customer might have, when I load the company, it might take 2 or 3 GB of memory, and another customer, it might be only 50 MB of memory. What I can do is I can take in higher machine configurations, right? But on an average basis, we have defined the plan something like this with these machines. Let us say up to 4 users. You can use till 4 users in this machine. You want to use more, you need to go for a higher packs. You want to use it for 16 users, you can go for a 16 user pack. Now, for a license, is there any restriction? No restriction for the license, because whatever the license TVUs are available, those will be possible here also. Those will be allowed here also. Because as for a gold license, we have an 10 TVUs or the 10 users by default, which are available. And for a silver license, we have an 1 TVU, which is available. Yeah. For TPS, TallyPrime server license, we have 50 TVUs. That means 50 users can simultaneously log in and access. So, any other queries? Can we keep multiple Tally releases on the same virtual computer? Right now, it is not possible. We have supported one TallyPrime release at one time. Okay, but what you can do is you can change the releases as you want. Okay, I can do it from, let's say I logged into this portal, I go for update TallyPrime. I'll be able to see all the releases which are available. I want to use edit log with 2.1. I can do that. I can go for a 2.0.1 and even I can go for an 2.0 release also. Okay, let me show it. Let me show it in a very quick way. By the time we'll take other queries also. I will shift it to 2.0. All my users will now start accessing 2.0 release. I don't require to do any migration of application. I need to move up and down. Nothing. You can just click and then update the release and it will happen automatically. Shall I have to fix 12-hour timing at the beginning, or I can change time as per my wish? Yeah, yes, Vijay, it is purely flexible. Okay, initially we started with the 12 hours. Now those fixed 12 hours we have dropped. We have made it more flexible. You can use any 12 hours in 24 hours in a day. Yeah, another question has been like, can we use DSC, digital signature, on AWS? Yeah, this is directly not supported. Okay, because the dongle is onto your local computer. The local computer connecting to the remote computer is not possible today. Okay, what we can do is in those scenarios, what user can do is he can download the PDF or download the document locally and sign it locally. Yeah, we would request participants to raise their hands, and Komal will be able to take it up.
So if you have more queries, please raise the hand. We will unmute you and you will be able to talk to us. So it will be easy for us to communicate.
So I see there are no further queries. So I think we can conclude our session. In the Q&A also, there's no further queries. Yeah, Sanjay, you were saying something?
CA Badrilal has raised the hand. I've asked him to unmute himself.
Okay.
Sir, can you unmute yourself, please?
I think that might be a mistake.
Okay, how to connect TCP TDL in TallyPrime AWS environment? There's one question from Vijayji. Shall I need to make it online?
No, you can directly upload your TDLs onto this machine and you can configure it automatically. Right, I'll show it. Let me show that use case. Yeah, there is another query taken by them. Is it 24/7 or 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.? Initially, when we have launched the solution, it was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It was fixed 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Now we have made it more flexible. In a day, you can use it for any 12 hours. Let us take an example like morning 8 a.m. I have started and I have used it till 12 p.m. 4 hours I have consumed. And again, I can log in at 6 p.m. in the evening and use it for another 8 hours. That is possible. Can Tally ERP 9 TDL be used in TallyPrime? Yeah, this is Venkateshji. This is slightly generic because some of the TDLs which are supported in ERP9 continue to be supported in TallyPrime, and some TDLs might be requiring a change. I would request to try it out on TallyPrime once if the TDL is working or not. If it is not, I would request to reach out to the partner. Do we need to purchase one more login for auditor? Purchase is not required. When I have taken as a customer, let's say I have taken a 8 user pack. One user I can give it to CA. CA may not be using it throughout the year, right? What I can do is I can give the access for some days After that, I can deactivate that user. So I can, as I have created Sanjay for some time, after that I have deleted that user. Same way, customer can create that user and then delete it after, delete, or he can do it deactivate also. That is also possible. Okay.
One more.
Yeah.
Log report for
Now,
yeah.
Yes.
yeah, this is Venkatramanan, Chartered Accountant.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hi. I just want to understand in this Tally ERP, there were provisions for institutions, charitable institutions, etc. Receipts and payments, income and expenditure, etc. But I could not see this in TallyPrime. Rather, I could see income and receipts and payments. The other one is missing. Is there anything which is an options which I couldn't see, or can you help me out in this?
Yeah, Venkatramana sir.
Am I clear with my question actually? Am I clear with my question?
Yes, yes. I think while creating the masters, you are not able to select these options, correct?
Yeah,
Or
in
as a part of
ERP 9
expenditures,
automatically it was there. Receipts and payments, income and
Yeah.
expenditures were there.
Okay.
But in TallyPrime only profit and loss account balance sheet is there.
Okay.
For charitable institutions, schools, trusts,
Yeah.
for these institutions, we always use receipts and payments, income and expenditure, balance sheet.
Okay. Okay.
But I couldn't see this in TallyPrime.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I don't have an in-depth knowledge into it, but
Okay.
I'll ensure I'll be able to revert you with the answer. If you can drop an email.
I'll sure. I have your email ID. I'll drop a mail to you.
Yeah, sure. That will really help. It will take some time, but I will be able to get you an answer for how it will be able to. Yeah. One question from Neha Mittal on is there any log report for logging history or time consumed by users? Yes. We have an option in the login itself. Once there is an information, there is a start menu which is available. Under that, you have an information and you can see the usage. It will show you the information about who has started and who has shut down, all the information about it. Right. This is only per day. We are planning to enhance it much further to show you over months and over a certain period of time. So right now it will show you for 1 day. Moving further, we are planning to introduce more for more time period. So there is a question from Sun IT Solutions. Is there any specific reason for timings 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.? What if manufacturing? Sir, this 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. has been, this fixed 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. has been removed. We have made it more flexible where customers can use any 12 hours in a day. And how to connect TCPs, TDLs in TPA, shall I need to make it online? Yeah, this question I was trying to answer earlier. Let me show it. I'll try to upload some TDLs to it, and then let me show it. Yeah, let me see. I'll upload the samples TCP itself. Open file location. So I'm uploading my TCP onto the TallyPrime application folder. And there is a notification which has shown that it has got uploaded successfully. Now let me go to the drive, see whether my TCP is available. Okay. Now I have my TCP available locally into this machine. What I'll do in Tally is I'll log into TallyPrime and then I go to TDLs and add-ons manage local TDLs, and then select the samples TCP. Load TDL, yes, done. So is it as simple as you upload your TDLs and then configure them live? Yeah, can I store and open Excel files in this cloud? Yes, absolutely possible. Let me show an, I have come to the daybook. Now I am trying to export it. I'll do an export. And then by default, it is in XML. I'll change it to the format to Excel. And I'll click on send. So here the Excel which is available is an open source Excel, which is LibreOffice, where the functionality wise or opening the Excel files and everything will be as similar to the Microsoft Excel. Initially, you may find it slightly different from the Microsoft Excel. So why we have taken this call to go ahead with OpenOffice is again the license cost which will be borne to the customer or to the users. We wanted to reduce it, and hence we have started supporting for the OpenOffice Excel. Yeah, Sun IT Solutions, if you can unmute and then speak, I would be able to answer it better. I was asking about shifts. They may require 24/7 accessibility. Yes, it is possible. 24/7, the machines are available.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes.
I just wanted to know that what is if they have a 24/7 access, because some of our clients only they are having access to this one, both first shift and second shift.
Yeah, see, that's what right now the machine plans have been changed, and maybe I would request Sanjay also take a note and send a communication to you, or Sanjay can reach out to you and explain about the new packs. Is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. is remote, so the machine can run for 24/7. Okay, and people can use it 24 hours in a day also.
Okay, if I want to access on Sunday, I have to pay as per my usage.
Correct.
Okay.
Right now, Sunday is not yet considered into the plan. Sunday would be an extra usage.
So in that case, if I want to have a 24/7 accessibility means, I should have to purchase this plan only up to 12 users. That is the basic package.
No. Basic package starts from 1 user pack. It again depends on what kind of data you are using. Because let's say I am a 3 user location or 3 user customer who is accessing or who is having like 1 GB of data, or let's say 500 MB of data. I may require a higher configuration, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all the packages they can access 24/7 if they want.
Yes, all packages are available 24/7.
Okay.
So
And another one query I had.
Yes.
Can I restrict a PC wise? If I say, for example, if I want to keep my data secure, and if I wanted to give access for the specific computer means,
Okay.
is there any option for that?
Okay. Right now, there is no possibility, sir. We are working on it. We wanted to bring this feature. Okay. Right now, we are still in development on it. Okay.
Except that PIN, that secondary password, there's no authentication type of this one.
Yes. So immediately what we are doing is, after this, we are trying to bring more restrictions onto this, where a customer can define who can download or whether someone will be able to download the files also. So this would be done in very near time. Okay, I'll not be able to promise you a date, but this will be happening in a very near time. And at the same time, we are bringing in the feature of selective folder sharing also, so that you will be able to share certain companies only with some users, right? Maybe I'm having a personal account company and I want to share it only with my CA. I can do that. Rest of all my users will not get access to it.
Now, currently it is, you have that access or?
No, that is not there. It is in future. In the very near future, it will be available.
Yet to develop that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Fine.
Dinesh, I will have to conclude the session. There's an upcoming webinar in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think we have answered all possible questions, which is in the chat and Q&A. So any last ones we've answered, right? In the Q&A, I can see 2 for the questions. It's already done. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can stop your screen share now.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
And,
I think we have still a good number of crowd here. So thank you all for staying in and wanting to know about our new release. And also the question and answer went on around more than 40 minutes, which only shows your interest. This always gives us delight. So as Sanjay mentioned in the chat box also, if you want to buy or know about the commercials, please do contact your Tally partners. They will be the best person to advise you on the same. Please do write to us for your feedback. In our email ID, you can write to me at komal.lahoti@Tally Solutions. Sanjay, Dinesh, Prasad, we are available everywhere, LinkedIn, Tally Solutions, anywhere. So thanks a lot, Dinesh, for taking out time and making it so simple and easy. Thanks a lot, Sanjay, for answering all the questions in Q&A, and your turing was perfect. And also a special thank you for jumping in at the time of need.
Yeah.
So,
and apologies from my side. My machine has been into trouble today.
The technical glitch happens in the, it is an inevitable thing in the digital world. So that's okay, Dinesh. Thanks a lot. For the audience who needs a video, we'll be uploading in a day or two, because it needs a little bit of editing in the beginning, so that we give you a proper good video so that you can use it nicely. So thank you all. I will now end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you to very nice to speaking with you today. Have a great day.